Shadow work. This is the most important. I think out of the 7, this is the most important. This will give you what you want more than any process. This one, this technique is a must to manifest whatever you want. So yesterday we talked about desire. You wrote it down. What did you write down? Put down here in the comments, what are you desiring? What is your desire? Let me know just one little thing. It could be big or small. It doesn't matter. Now, what we do with the shadow work, what we do with the journaling prompt that we did yesterday, which is our desire, is now we're going to ask ourselves questions. So for me, we're going to use me as an example because that's all we have right here is, okay, I am wanting to bring in, we're going to use my house, bring in a house. I want to manifest a house and I want to manifest it with this and this and this and this and this. Okay, I want to manifest 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a garage, all the things. Do I believe I can receive it? Now, until I become a vibrational match to receive it, I will not receive the house. And it took me about 6 months. And I had to go through belief systems, old belief systems that I had to get to this. That's why we ask ourselves questions. So we take the journaling of the desires that we wrote down. I want a house, I want a car, I want a nice, beautiful relationship. And then you ask yourself the questions. Do I believe that I can receive a $200,000 house, a beautiful relationship, a Lamborghini? Now here's the shadow work. The shadow work is going to come up for you anyway. Once you write it down, there's a little voice inside of your head, in your mind, in your heart, this little still voice that speaks to you. If you listen, that'll tell you, I don't feel like you can. I don't think you can accomplish that. I don't think you can make $100,000 a year. I don't think you can make $1,000 in 5 minutes. And then you ask yourself why. And then you say, what do I have to believe? Who do I need to be? What do I need to let go of? That belief of not being able to have it to be able to receive it. Because you have to get rid of the unbeliefs. Like, say your mom said, oh, we are never going to have it. You're never going to find a good man if you act like that. So this unconscious belief is going in your unconscious all the time. It's running. It's a program that you have that you unconsciously know. You don't know that you have it until you ask your questions. My mom always told me that I'll never find a good man. And this might be a belief that her mother told her, and now she's telling you. Because I know in my childhood, it was like all men are no good. They're pieces of shit, you know what I'm saying? So when I grew up, I believed that all men were pieces of, and that's how I treated them. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Until I let go of that belief. And we have to let go of the belief. Just because all the beliefs that we receive, I know this sounds crazy, all the beliefs that we receive is from our childhood. So what our mom taught us, our mom might have said, we never have any money. But is that true for you as an adult? Not me. I always have money. But when I was a child, my mother always told me we never had any money. But I look back and to see, we always had money. I don't know why she said that was an old pattern. Maybe her mother told her that, which was unbelievable that my grandmother would say that because she had all kinds of money. So sometimes the belief that we are hanging on to, also the things that we're speaking are not even true in our families. But here's the thing. We're in this spiritual awakening process of the entire collective, which means the whole world. So we're here to change the beliefs for our grandchildren. So my mom believed this, my grandma believed it, my mom, and then me, and now I'm breaking it. So then my daughter and her daughter and their kids can have a better life and a better, not those old patterns. We don't want to have our kids struggle and think that they're not worthy of a man, or that they can't have any money, or they can't, they can only make $20,000 a year. Because that's just what I see. This is what I see. Now, this is what whatever you wrote down, you need to ask the questions to that. Can I believe that, I can bring this in? Because you are going to bring this in. You're going to ask the questions. You're going to get rid of the beliefs. No, I can't have a kind man because my mom said so. No, that's not true. You can have whatever you want. You have to believe that you can receive it and get rid of all the old beliefs that you were told by the church, by your mom, by your dad, by your grandma, by the schools. The schools are horrendous. They tell you all this stuff that we don't need to even know or believe at all. We need to learn life skills in schools. Do I believe we need to read all that stuff? Yes, but we need to learn that. And then we need to learn life skills, emotional skills, belief systems. That's what we need to be learning in these schools. And this is kind of like a school. So the 7 steps of manifestation, this is number 2, shadow work. Ask your shadow self, which is unconscious, you're unconscious. But if you ask yourself unconscious questions, open-end questions like, what do you believe about money? What do you believe about a relationship? What does your mom believe about a relationship? Write this down. What does your mom believe about a relationship? What do you believe about a relationship? What is the beliefs that you carry over right now that your mom had that you need to let go of so you can bring the relationship in that you want? That's how it works. This shadow work is so good. So many people tell me, I don't want to do this shadow work. It's going to hurt. It does not hurt. It gives you whatever you want. I love doing it. I'm like me. We will have triggers in our life. People trigger us, my daughter, my mom, whatever. I am running home going, ooh, I got to get rid of this belief today because it's came up out of your unconscious, subconscious, so you can clear it. So if you can clear your money blocks, relationship blocks, fears, all the things, you can have whatever you want. I have went through this process and I'm going through it every day. It never ends, you guys. Say you want to go, say you make $50,000 a year and you want to make $100,000 a year. You're going to have to break some patterns and go through some belief systems to get to it. If you've always had an abusive relationship and you don't know why, you've got to do the shadow work. Well, my mom's always, that's all I've seen. I've seen relationships that are abusive. I've seen people losing money. I've seen alcoholism in our family. And we have to break all those beliefs. And I'm not going to be an alcoholic. I'm not going to treat people like that. I don't believe that. Does money grow on trees? Yeah, it does. It's paper and trees make paper. So yes, it does. And what I'm saying, you guys, is we have to look at the old beliefs that we were taught, and it'll tell you when you write it down. I want a Lamborghini, and you're driving a bicycle. That's a big jump. What do you have to believe? What do you have to do? And I don't mean work. I don't mean go to work to buy it. I mean, in your belief systems, do you believe that that's true for you? And when you ask that question, is this true for me? The unconscious will tell you, you're never going to have that. You're never going to have a good relationship. You're never going to have that kind of a car. You're never going to have that kind of money. Look at your family. That's all they've ever had. They haven't had anything. This is not your belief. You switch the belief up and say, no, I don't believe that. I believe I can have a nice, kind, loving relationship. I believe I can have all the money that I want. And I don't mean $1 million, but enough to pay your bills and some vacation money and enough to be comfortable and give your grandkids some stuff. Nobody needs $1 million. I mean, I don't believe they do. I mean, they could, but you would get so much that you would want to donate and help and everything. And that's beautiful. But I'm saying enough money to be comfortable. Yes, I want this special car, and you can have it. But what if, all the people and you have to look at the back of your family. What has your family accomplished? Because that's the beliefs that you have inherited. I know you don't think so, but they are. Ask yourself the questions. Do I believe what my mom believes about money? Do I believe what my dad believes about money? Look at the houses they live in. Look at the relationships they're in. There is your answers. My relationship, well, I married my mother. Exactly. I know it was a man, but I married my mother. Act just like everything. And I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I didn't. And I quit that. And I will not ever. And because I went through the shadow work and helped myself to realize, ask myself all the big questions, I will not even attract that because I'm not on a vibrational level to bring that in. I'm on a higher vibe now. Once you get rid of these beliefs about money, relationships, sex, jobs, whatever, they will fall away and you'll never have to do them again. Unless you want to level up. You want a better job, you want a better car, you want a better house, you want a better lover, whatever you want, it's all a belief that you have. You either believe that you're not worthy of it. That was my belief. I'm not worthy of shit. But now I believe I'm worthy of anything I want. I'm worthy of it. But I have to ask myself questions. I was just sick a couple of weeks ago, asking myself some questions. So this is day 2, shadow work. Get into it, because tomorrow we are going to put all this behind us and start manifesting what we really want. I love you so much. I'm so excited. This stuff is fun. I love this stuff. Yes, it gets a little mucky at first and you have to go through some stuff and you have to realize what you want. And here's the thing. If you want to change your desires, you can change them anytime. Nothing's stuck there. You can change them anytime and then start shadow working. And maybe you don't even have to shadow work. Sometimes I manifest stuff like that. And then sometimes it takes longer. It's your belief system. Love you. See you tomorrow. Don't skip this